What's up, guys, and welcome to the first live reaction video on Bethesda's press conference that just happened. As always, I'm joined with the biggest Zelda fan in the world, Mr. Jeremy Bird.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're brought to you by Improv Gaming. You forgot that part. Anyway,
I figured I would hit the rigmarole at the end. We need to talk about the press conference.
let's get this done.
And to my left is a fan of Improv Gaming, Christine, who give a quick little brief summary about the games that you have played in your life.
I started out like a lot of people do with, Super Mario 3, Adventure Island, typical on NES. Did a little bit of Sonic on Sega, but basically more, recently I've been into the more, story-driven games, Heavy Rain, Alan Wake particularly. So I'm really excited for Microsoft this year.
Very, very nice. But we are here to talk about Bethesda, and let me just say, fans who have been watching us, I was right. But we'll get into that. But Fallout 4 is coming out this year.
Yep.
But
Where do you want to start off?
We're going to start right from the beginning. First of all, as we all know, this is Bethesda's first press conference, and I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's start off with what do we think personally it did. From start to finish, started strong, finished very strong,
Yes.
with a little surprise at the end, which really, we'll tell you about it when we get to it, but the ending made me very happy. We'll leave it at that.
Like I said, I remember playing Wolfenstein 3D back in the day, and
Yep.
it just to come to where it is now. But let's talk about how they began. They began with
A personal favorite of mine,
a reboot of Doom.
Doom. You were my moment. Which our other Improv Gaming member said it wasn't going to happen.
Yes.
Sorry, Nick, but it did, and it just looks... I'm going to say it now. It looks fucking amazing.
It does. I mean, it has fast combat, the pace.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was cool because when you would shoot, the bodies would turn blue, and then you could pick at a certain body part. You can grab the leg, and then he would do a leg animation. You can grab the head, and he would do and it was just absolutely fantastic. What did you think of Doom?
I loved it. I thought the fast pace was awesome. I loved the weapons. I wrote it down. To be honest, this is how I describe Doom. Show up, fuck shit up, leave. That's what went through my mind. I thought it was awesome.
I mean, you saw everything. The plasma rifle was there. I mean, the
chainsaw.
chainsaw.
The BFG looked amazing, but the
Oh.
chainsaw did it for me. That was just over the top, just ridiculous violence in that game. It looks amazing.
Taking weapons from down opponents, even in the one spot in their gameplay demo, you saw him take the arm off after seeing the past event that happened with the demon.
He couldn't get in the door. He looked around. He watched. He couldn't figure out what was going on. He ripped the arm off the dead guy. He used the dead guy's arm to get the door open.
It's absolutely.
I love it.
It was gorgeous. I mean, the lava. Did you
The
guys
summoning
see that?
pits, dude,
Oh
look
my
amazing.
God, it was absolutely gorgeous. Also, just Doom Snapchat, where the
Snap map, dude.
stat maps. I apologize.
Fail.
Yes, I'm very excited. I
Oh,
apologize. But yeah, the snap map, absolutely fantastic. You can create your own levels. It looks like do your own custom modes. Absolutely fantastic.
I'm actually 50-50 on the situation. It can either be good or it can be bad real quick. It can be, you can set it up really fast. It can be very simple and boom, boom, boom. You have endless possibilities for this concept, yet it's a very overused concept. You create maps, you create different levels. It could be very complicated. It could be a little janky, you never know. But like I'm saying, it looks impressive to me. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. I'm going to buy the game. And I'm going to definitely check out SnapMap. It looks really good in my opinion.
And then the nice thing about the demo is they showed a little bit where you saw some of the kills, you saw the weapons, the chainsaw, and they dropped you right into hell. And that looked absolutely beautiful.
After we went through the first cave, I started getting
Yeah,
chills.
just seeing that Skull Mountain, I was just absolutely amazed. And then that jump kill, when
the behind the back kill, dude.
Oh, it was.
He jumped on the back of a demon, cracked the head in half, and then the mouth gets opened. Not to get too graphic.
I mean,
oh man.
It's coming out spring 2016. They announced.
It's going to be for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, and I'm so buying that game.
I think it's going to come out in March. I could see a March, April release.
That's what I was going to say, March, April-ish, yeah.
I think we can say. But what's up? Go.
I was just going to say real quick, the snow thaws, it starts getting a little warm, and you get a good solid game start.
Oh my God, absolutely. The fast-paced action, everything.
Oh.
Give your final thoughts on Doom.
I loved it, but quick question for you guys. Do you guys think it needs to have the multiplayer? in
Yeah.
this day and age, I kind of feel like if you're gonna play at the higher level, you need to have that as part of your arsenal. But some games, I don't know if they, play well with multiplayer. So I'm a little mixed on this.
I
if
like
it's
it
a good
because
idea.
I like it because you can play as Doom guy, who's the main character, and you play as the demons too, which you haven't been able to do in the past.
That's
Which
very
I want to
true.
give those. You can play as Doom guy for years on days on ends, but I want to play as the demons and see what they can do. The flying demon, the big brutes, the small guys. I just want to see what you can do with that. It's kind of like the old Alien versus Predator, or what was it, Alien Colony Marines or something.
Yes.
That was a great concept. Not the best game, good concept, but I want to try it out for the multiplayer.
I mean, it's Doom. I could see a multiplayer. It has that element. It has a Call of Duty shooter feel. It has that element. Some games deserve to have their own single player. Like I think like Sunset Overdrive, there was an Xbox One exclusive that didn't need multiplayer. It was just a fun, like mash 'em up, shooter up. But this, I feel like after you go through hell and back in Doom single player, I just want to jump in the multiplayer and tear it up with other players. I think it's going to be a great thing.
Yeah.
Moving on from Doom.
My quick final thoughts, and then we can get off this subject. I want to see the bosses. That's all I want to see.
Yes,
Give me the
that's right.
bosses. Hands down, like I said before, I'm going to buy the game. It looks amazing. It looks great. The graphics are off the charts. Personal favorite of mine. I say, honestly, 5 out of 5. When it comes out, get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It can only get better, in my opinion.
I think it was the best way to kick off the show. Everybody knows.
Kick 'em right in the
Yep.
ribs.
Everybody knows Fallout 4 was coming, so to bring them with Doom and warm everybody's appetite, because I think there was more reaction of the Doom than the Fallout 4.
Like she said, the chainsaw.
The
Yeah.
chainsaw.
Chainsaw got everybody going.
Definitely.
Just the amount of people that Bethesda had watching this in the studio was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that theater was packed to the brim. I mean, definitely check it out. You could probably find it on YouTube within the next day. Absolutely
About
fantastic.
an hour and a half press conference.
Yeah.
Loved
Even-
it. Worth the
it's-
watch.
But next we talk about Battle Cry, which I'm very happy about because they didn't spend a lot of time on it. Which, it wasn't as big as what people were thinking. I mean, it had a trailer. There's a beta coming out on June 18th worldwide,
Yep.
which is good. There's Brawler, Enforcer, Ranger, like all these different classes. It's coming 2015, and then that was it. I thought it was very well done. It was able to take everybody's energy, bring it down, but not lose that excitement and not stay on something too long. All these press conferences, they stay on stuff too long that they shouldn't be staying on. So
Yeah, lose the energy and you lose the crowd. But Battlecry, it looks good. It looks fun. Just to me, it looks too much like Team Fortress 2. I'm sorry, but just it looked like literally that with a little bit of Splatoon put in the paint splatter thing that they were doing. It just looks like you have like the engineer, you have the raider, and in that game you have the scout, the heavy. It just looks like a rehash of a game. I'll give it a shot. I'll check it out, but
you like Team Fortress.
I
didn't
I
you?
like Team Fortress, but I still haven't been able to go past Team Fortress.
Okay.
It looks like a clone of it, so I'll give it a shot and up to 3 out of 5, possibly up.
Your thoughts on Battle Cry?
When the trailer first started, I was like not feeling it because it's a big, I don't want to say downgrade, but emotionally speaking, after Doom, it was kind of like, okay, what's this? But towards the end, it actually did keep my interest, and I am curious to know more about it. It picked itself up at the end. It's just, there's not much they can do. To go from Doom to something else, it's a hard transition, so I understand that. And it looked a lot better at the end for me.
I mean, that's it for Battle Cry. I think just like the press conference, that's exactly what we're going to talk
Boom,
about.
done.
Hit the highlights and move on.
Then-
Next.
Arcane Studios comes out. And everybody has an idea. It was leaked earlier, about a day ago when this video goes up right after the press conference. It was leaked that Dishonored 2 was going to be announced. And
I just like the main guy had the Dishonor and he has the number 2 covered up with his
Yeah.
jacket.
but
Simple little nod, just
yes,
love it.
Dishonored 2 was announced, which there was a trailer. It looks like
Trailer looked very good. I was impressed.
you can
Very.
play as the lady, this new woman, or you can play as Corvo. Very nice mixing elements. Like in the old first game, you can not kill a soul and finish the
That's
game.
right, yeah, that's
Or
what I
you
like.
could kill everybody and
Which
not
I did.
care.
I killed everybody.
The trailer was absolutely fantastic. It gave a taste. Obviously, we know we're probably not going to see the game until probably next year with the gameplay
Yeah,
demo
no
if it
release
comes
date on
out.
that.
But definitely a nice way to say Bethesda to say, here's what we are invested in. What did you think of the Dishonored 2?
I was actually, I really did enjoy the Dishonored 2 trailer. I'm curious to see some gameplay for it down the line. And I'm really interested in it. It sounds pretty good.
Jay?
I liked it. I thought for what they gave us, like as a taste of the game, I'll buy it when it comes out. It looks a lot of fun. Also, they did announce the definitive edition of Dishonored 1, which is going to come out this fall on PC, Xbox, and
PS4.
thank you. Sorry, brain fart. But that definitive edition, where the game came out 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, about.
But I personally look at it as their way of keeping Dishonored in your mind and kind of keeping that tie because they don't have a release date for it. So like here, play Dishonored Definitive Edition, keep that mindset going, and then next year, here's Dishonored 2.
I like that as a good strategic idea, but it's just like it's a quick cash in my eyes. Like
Yeah.
I'll probably play the original. I may check out the Definitive Edition, but we'll see what happens next year.
So as we can see through this press conference, you have a high with Doom, a little bit lower with Battlecry, back to a high with Dishonored 2. So how do they follow up with that? A little bit on Elder Scrolls. It came out about 5 days ago. There's been some connection issues, but for the most part, they talked about it, they showed off some stuff. Elder Scrolls Online had a presence, and then it was gone.
Then they announced, what was it, Elder Scrolls Legends with a card game
Mm-hmm.
aspect?
Strategy card game, which is a free-to-play, which is interesting.
It's a free-to-play quick mobile app game. I'll check it out. I'm not big on card games like I used to be, but I'll give it a shot.
It's coming out this year, check it out. It's got card battle elements. It's got, the world of Elder Scrolls. Definitely, maybe look. I'm not a big strategy fan, as you guys know, but we'll see what happens.
Give it a
it's
whirl.
free. Why not try it?
Yeah.
Um,
And now on.
But now, here's what I love what Bethesda did. And I love this in the press conference. They were saying, well, that's it. And everybody's like, wait, what?
Boo, what are you
and
doing?
booing and
Boo.
everything. And then the man himself, Todd Howard, comes out.
Good, strong way to start. Good.
And Fallout 4 is revealed. We knew it was coming, and there it was. And I mean, it was nice. Shit just goes down. I mean, that's what, like, before everything goes, it has a nice little, I would say, suburban setting.
Yes.
Suburban setting, checking on the baby, what's very awesome, I think, is the 1,000 words that you put a name in, and it says that it has over 1,000 names in that bank. So if you put in Jeremy, you put in Christine, you put in Pete, 9 times out of 10, that computer is going to say, oh, hello, Peter. It said it with Howard, that's
awesome.
an incredible
I like that.
thing.
Nice little touches of detail.
And especially with the character making, the references with the nuke, cola, which has always been in the old games. I mean,
I personally, from like the beginning story aspect of like it's suburban America, and then the bomb hits out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not doing the like. I'm gonna catch you on this one. Not physically, but I'm gonna cut you off. Doing the custom character thing, we actually do a woman character for once. You can sculpt every piece of the face. You can change the hair color, race color, and also you get your own. When you pick the 2 characters for the men and women, you actually get a baby out of it, which would be the 2 of them combined into one. That's a cool concept.
and then who knows, you could probably see the baby grow up,
Yep.
Because it did say that after things go down and you have to go down into this vault, I don't want to give too many spoilers. If you guys want to watch, like we said, we could go
Check
to
it out on
Bethesda.
Twitch. It's probably there.
He wakes up 200 years later, of Vault 111, which has been very synonymous with this trailer and everything.
111. No one knows what it is.
And he's the only survivor of that group. So something tells me what happened. Was there chaos? Definitely something
What happened
cool.
200 years later while you were sleeping?
Exactly. You have the first person and third person mode, which was in Skyrim. Surprisingly, I thought I would see a Skyrim HD remake, but I'm actually surprised we didn't see that.
Happens.
The slow kills back, I can't.
That looks awesome still.
Where you choose the body part and it gives a percentage of accuracy. It takes place in Boston.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like the dialogue personally. How literally you can start a conversation, manipulate the conversation in different ways, or you can just be like, "I'm done. I'm out of
yeah,
here."
and just walk away. Absolutely fantastic. You seem like you were enjoying it. You were not really sure on Fallout, and then it was coming around.
I'll squash this real quick. Fallout 3 disappointed me with the beginning of the game with the big tutorial. You're underground, you're growing up. It bored the hell out of me. You start with suburbia, the bombs hit, and then basically, once the bombs hit, 200 years later, right in the game. Let's do this. That's a quick little tutorial.
Yeah.
That's the only I'm not saying that the tutorial killed it for me, but Fallout 3 just was such a disappointment for the beginning. Good game, but just the beginning killed me. Okay, what I'm gonna get into is the whole rebuild thing, where you can rebuild and scrap and you can take scrap and build anything into like your own fortresses, towns, weapon. Well, that's a different thing. You can build different fortresses, defenses for your towns and everything. That's a great concept.
You know,
like,
it's like a mini like Sims in a way, where you're building off of things,
Yeah.
putting power lines, putting turrets up. Very cool. You were not a fan of Fallout.
I was not a fan of Fallout. I like the concept of starting before the nuclear fallout. I really like that. The world seemed very. It just. When I watch a trailer, there's either like I feel it or I don't feel it. And I expected to feel it and I didn't. So I don't know what they did wrong for me. Maybe I just need to see some more from it. Feel bad. They spent, several years working on it, so I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. And I'm just hoping it's just an off day for me, but I just didn't have that feeling.
Well, they didn't have me at first, and then they started showing all the details of what they're going to do. Like, okay, what I was going to say, customizing weapons, you have 50 regular builds, and you have 700 modifications.
That was impressive.
That
Going through each modification.
That hooked me. You can do your weapons, you can do your own, what's the armor called? I forget off the top of my head.
I can't think of it off.
The
There
armor
was
that
so
you
much information
yeah,
going
just
through.
the armor
You
that
can
you use
customize
in the game, just
everything's customizable. It looks like it's a little bit of chunks of a bigger world, and then they go into the pit boy, which is the smartwatch thing.
This was a great segue, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, coming with the collector's edition, being able to fit your phone in,
Yeah, you heard that right, folks. Basically, they created a Pit Boy, which you use in the game on your wrist. They're going to put, for the collector's edition, you get a full one, which you can put on your arm and put your phone into it and play it as a real Pit Boy.
as a second screen with the app. Very, very
That's
well
the
done.
problem I have with it. He's like, oh, I think second screen. Todd Howard says second screen experiences are kind of stupid. Way to take a shot at Nintendo, buddy boy. Sorry, but if you're gonna steal something, be more original next time. Second note, but I definitely will highly recommend the game because this looks really good. It hooked me into it. I'm probably gonna buy it.
I mean, it was also cool because throughout all of the Fallout 4 going on, they also had Fallout Shelter,
I wasn't feeling that. Sorry.
which is cool because it was free.
Yeah,
They said there was no internet.
It got
It's on
launched tonight, by the way.
tonight, right after the press conference.
It's
While this
probably there
video is
now.
up, it's up right now.
Go check it out.
I mean,
Fallout Shelter.
It's on iOS right now.
And
No
Android.
words. Is it confirmed for Android? I just thought he was saying it was for Apple.
I thought it was for both.
Well, if
We'll check it out and get back to you.
like I said, right now for sure it's on iOS. I mean, then we come to the biggest announcement of the night.
Which was...
The release date. And for months, you guys have known that I have been saying that Fallout 4 will come out this year. And they have announced that the date it will be coming out is November 10th, 2015. Score one for the big guy.
5 months, guys, and you're gonna have this game in your hands.
I mean, they were working on it since Skyrim,
Yeah.
which is not surprising. And they kept it low-key, which is very impressive. But for them to say, we don't want you waiting any longer, it's coming out this year.
4-year build-up and you drop it like the way they did, well done.
Every game in the world is going to be delayed because nobody's going to want to be around 11, 10, 15. I don't care what you are. The Assassin's Creed is going to get delayed. The only game that can physically match it will be the Call of Duty game. No other game, I think, will come close to that. That's why a lot of games are coming out in September, October, because they fear the shit out of Fallout 4.
Well, here's the other thing I was gonna say, which after the end of the press conference, like you can get your own set of their own custom action figures.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, we have a special giveaway with Adam and Morgan. And we looked at each other like, wait a minute, Adam and Morgan? They go to the post show and it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb of G4.
Remember X-Play, guys, for the fans out there.
Well done,
Absolutely
Bethesda.
fantastic.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, we have to see if it's them.
See, it might be on Twitch, though, because we watched it via Twitch, which I recommend.
A couple
because
computer issues, but...
some of the other YouTube was giving issues, we tried a couple other things, but definitely Twitch gave a nice steady stream. Sometimes the picture would get a little blurry, but it wasn't no freeze frame. Definitely check it out on all the rest of press conferences. Which, before we get into this, any final thoughts about Bethesda? Do you think that they nailed it? First press conference, did they nail it?
I absolutely think they nailed it. In addition to the amazing trailers and the gameplay we saw, I just want to say that I first of all loved the way they did the intro to the press conference. You know, talking about them as a developer themselves. You know, and the one guy said this line, and I wrote it down because I loved it so much. He said, "I like getting players thinking. It's not just about killing people. It's more than that. There's a lot that goes into gaming that people, you know, don't understand, and that, you know, I just love that line. I think 10 out of 10 for me personally, the press conference. I think it was awesome.
Very simple. What a way to start off E3. People think, oh, the bar's going to be here. They blew the roof off. They set the bar very, very high. Microsoft, Nintendo, Square Enix, Ubisoft, you better step it up the next
They're all working late tonight.
Oh yeah, you guys just got trumped badly right now, and you know that I'm the resident Nintendo fanboy. You guys got trumped already. It hasn't even fully started.
I called it on our pre-E3 show. Bethesda was going to take the press conference, and I still stand by
And
it.
I'm going to throw it back at you and say, we'll see what happens, sweetheart.
Of course.
Let's just see what's happened.
But my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap this video up.
Yeah.
Bethesda did absolutely fantastic. Everything they should have done.
5 out of
with
5.
the joking, with leaving before the Fallout 4, the Doom to open it, though knowing who their audience is, which makes a big part of it, you know. And then for Todd Howard to come out, the eyes are all on him because they know that Fallout 4 will get some kind of release date, and to release it this year was absolutely
5 months later. Yeah.
5 months later. But don't worry, you guys. We are going to have all the press conference. This is just one of very many. I mean,
We are going to be working our faces off the next couple of days. We'll get those videos up as close to after the press conferences are over. Guarantee it. We will get it done. It will be up there for you to watch.
I don't have Nick for all that jazz, so maybe let me try see if I.
You got
can
this,
still,
baby. You got
Let me
this.
still if I could do it. And if you want to see all this covered, please subscribe to us on youtube.com/improvgaming, where we have all the other latest news on our Twitter, which is on Twitter at improv_gaming.
Which is also the same as Instagram at improv_gaming.
We have Facebook. You can email us. All the information is on our YouTube page. And like I said, it's on youtube.com/improvgaming. We're going to have Microsoft. We're going to have EA, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft for crying out loud.
Ubisoft. It's a force of habit. So definitely.
Nintendo, Sony.
Yep, all the big hitters. And we are going to rate, and at the end of it, we are going to let you know which press conference wins. And remember, next week, guys, back to our weekly program on our Gamescast. We will have the Best of E3 awards, which I'm very excited to go through. And I really think that Doom might be a contender for Game of Show.
We're still going with the gamies on that one. I don't care what anyone says.
We have a little saying here.
You wanna
And
join
as
us
you
on this
guys
one?
know, we say a certain catchphrase to end the video. So would you like to join us on this?
I would, thank you.
All right, guys. As usual,
Game on.